Dear brothers and sisters, welcome to our program. My name is Mohammed.
My name is Hussain.
On today's program, we're going to be talking about Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam, our sixth Imam. As we know, his birthday had just passed us, which was on the 17th of Rabiul Awwal. So I'd like to congratulate everyone once again on the great events that have just passed us, as well as, obviously, the birthday of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa jafar. Brother Hussain, can you read us some things about Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam?
His name was Jafar. His title was Sadiq Ali Muhammad. His kunya was Abu Abdullah. His father was Muhammad Bakir alayhi salam, and his mother was Farwa. His birthday was 17th of Rabiul Awwal of 83 Hijri. His place of birth was Medina. His age was 65. His martyrdom was on the 25th of Shawwal, 148 Hijri. Place of birth, burial, Jannat al-Baqi in Medina.
I'm now going to read about one of the many contributions of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam to science. When Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam was at the age of 11, the Imam refuted the theory that the sun, moon, and planets rotate around the earth. He said that the sun during its course around the earth passes through the 12 constellations in 1 year and remains in each constellation for 30 days. So why does it then disappear from sight during the night? It should remain visible in each constellation for 30 days. Ptolemy theory said that the sun had two movements. One of its movements is that it crosses the sign of the zodiac and goes around the earth in 1 year. And the other movement is that it goes around the earth in 1 night and day, as a result as which we see it rise in the east and set in the west. Aristotle was a great thinker and philosopher. His books, Argument and Physics, are the most precious literary treasures of mankind. But his theory that the earth is stationary and the sun and stars rotate around it delayed the process of the science of astronomy and kept mankind in the darkness of ignorance for over 1800 years. The Imam remarked that those two movements were not compatible. When the sun had passed through the sign of the zodiac in 1 year and stay in each constellation for 30 days, how could it change its course and go around in the earth in 24 hours? He also announced that the earth rotated around its own axis. The great scholar Poincare, who lived in the 20th century, made fun of this theory. When such a scholar could refuse to believe this, how could people in the 1st and 2nd century of the Hijrah believe in the theory of the Imam? The rotation of the earth on its own axis could be proved by observation only. When astronauts landed on the surface of the moon and directed their telescopes forward to the earth, they observed that it was rotating slowly on its axis. Some people might say that it was only by guesswork that Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam said that the earth rotates on its own axis. Sometimes it happens that guesswork proves to be correct, but the question arises as to why no one else had guessed that for such a long time. This proves that he knew the laws of astrophysics, which enabled him to make this discovery. If he had not known those laws, it would have been impossible for him to discover the rotation of the earth on its axis. This discovery could not have been accidental. One must know the cause to know the effect. Tragically, for reasons stated above, the real credit of the discovery of the movement of the earth around the sun was given to Copernicus, who was an astronomer and mathematician. In the 15th century, the theory of the earth rotation around its own axis went to Galileo, who discovered the telescope. So as we know, we just talked about 3 of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam's discoveries in science that obviously he had a huge part to do with it, but the credit of those things went to, as I mentioned, different people. So that's actually pretty incredible that the Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam was able to create this theory, yet no one knew it for, one of the things was 1800 years. It took them 800 years to discover something Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam had discovered a long time ago. Brother Hussain, can you read us a story?
Yes. The reason behind Imam Sadiq's high status and honor for his knowledge are many, which is accepted both by the Shia and Sunni scholars. The greatness of scholars and the wisest of men used to bow before his knowledge, accepted their own knowledge very small in front of the Imam's wisdom. Abu Hanifa, the Imam of Hanafa community, says, I have never seen a scholar greater than Jafar ibn Muhammad in my entire life. Abu Hanifa says that one day Mansur said to me that people have become followers of Jafar ibn Muhammad. Therefore, prepare some typical and mysterious questions are in order to bring his popularity. I compiled 40 complex questions. Then, one day, Mansur called me to a place called Hira. When I reached there, I saw the Jafar ibn Muhammad was also present there. The moment I saw him, I was so influenced by his greatness and magnificent personality that I had never felt before in my life. No one had influenced me like this earlier. I saluted him and sat down. Mansur said to Imam, this is Abu Hanifa. Imam, I know him. Then Mansur said, put your questions before Abu Abdullah. I started asking the Imam questions that I had with me already prepared. Imam kept on answering and was telling that in this situation, this is your belief. Ali Medina followed this belief, and my own son has believed in this. On some issues, this is your son has belief in this. On some issues, his opinion was similar to ours. On others, it was as per the people of Medina, and in present issues, he has complex situations. Before the Imam, and he realized complex situation before the Imam, and he realized the status of Imam's knowledge, and Imam alone is the wisest of all the scholars to clarify the religion doubts and disputes related to fatwas among the people. Teaching sessions is Masjid Kif. People, whether Shia or Sunni, were so fond of his knowledge and morality that they were desperate to explain. Example of this is once when the Imam set out for Hajj and reached Mina, then he conducted a teaching session there in the mosque of Khif. That was attended by around 200 people. Some of his disciples
Disciples.
were Humran bin Ayun, Shaybani, Abdullah bin Abi Jafar, Mafazi bin Umar Zofi, Jabir bin Hayyan Ansari. One day, Abdullah ibn Shibrama, a scholar of the Al-Sanat, who was the judge of Kufa during the period of Mansur the Naki, came to attend the session of Imam in Masjid Kufa and said, O Abba Abdullah, we pass our judgment as per the Holy Quran and the principles laid down in it, and we don't find any solution for a problem in Quran and Sunnah. In this case, we give the judgment according to our own opinion. Is this correct? The holy Imam, who was answering the questions, repeated himself thrice. Then the students became him. What kind of a person was Ali bin Abu Talib? Now the Imam said, any person who used his own will and thoughts, and Allah's will send past the judgment according to his opinion. Hazrat Ali used to stay away from such people.
Thank you, Brother Hussain. Now, since we said some stuff, we're going to ask some questions about Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. Brother Hussain, can you read us our first question?
Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam's father was which Imam? A. Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam, B. Imam Hussain alayhi salam, or C. Imam Zayn al-Abidin alayhi salam.
If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen, which is 925-523-3766. Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam was one of the most patient and tolerant teachers of his time. He used to take his classes every day. After his lectures, he would listen and reply to the objections of his critics. He had asked his critics who attended his classes not to interrupt him during his lectures. They were quite free to ask him any question or raise any objections after the classes were over. Once Abu Shakir, one of his opponents, said to him, "Would you allow me to say something and ask some questions?" "Yes, you can," replied Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. Abu Shakir said, "Is it not a myth that there is Allah? You want people to believe in a thing which does not exist. If there was Allah, we could have felt His existence through our senses. You may say that we can feel His presence by the help of our inner senses, but our inner senses also depend upon our 5 outer senses. We cannot conjure up an image of anything in which some of our senses were not involved. We cannot conjure up the picture of a person whom we have not met, recall to our memory his voice if we have not heard him, and feel the touch of his hand by our inner senses if we have never taken his hand in our hand." Abu Shakir went on to say, "You may say that we can perceive the presence of Allah by our intelligence and not through our inner or outer senses, but our intelligence also needs the assistance of our 5 outer senses, without which it cannot be functional. We cannot make any reasoning or come to any conclusion without the help of our senses. By your imagination you have created a being which is of your own image, since you see, talk, hear, work, and rest. He also does exactly what you do. You do not show him to anyone. To maintain your hold on the world, you say that he cannot be seen. You also say that he was not born from the womb of a woman. He does not procreate, that he would not die. I have heard that there is an idol in India which is hidden behind a curtain and is not allowed to be seen by the Hindu devotees. The custodians of the idol say that it is out of mercy that their God does not appear before them, because whoever casts his eye on it would instantly die. Your Allah is also like the veiled God of the Hindus. It is out of His mercy that He does not appear before us. If He does, we shall surely die. You say that the universe was created by Allah, who did not talk to anyone except to the Prophet of Islam. As a matter of fact, the universe came by itself. Does anyone create the grass which grows in the field?" I'm going to stop right there for right now. Brother Hussain, can you repeat the question?
Which Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam's father was which Imam? A. Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam, B. Imam Hussain alayhi salam, or C. Imam Zayn al-Abidin alayhi salam.
If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen, which is 925-523-3766. I'm going to continue with what I was saying earlier. I'm just going to go over what it was again. It was Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam he used to have sessions after his lectures where he would let people, non-Muslims or Muslims, they would come up to him, his students or, scholars, and they would ask him questions. So this is a question, one of the sessions that happened between Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam and Abu Shakir. He says, "Does it not grow and get green by itself? Does anyone create the ants and the mosquitoes? Do they not come out by themselves? I must tell you, who claims to be a scholar and the successor of the Prophet, that among all the stories which circulate among the people, none is more absurd and baseless than the story of Allah who cannot be seen. There are many baseless stories, but they, at least, depict real life and present before us the people and personalities who made themselves be fictionists. But their acts and deeds are like those of real human beings. We can see them. They eat, they drink, they talk, they sleep, and they love. When we read these fictionist stories, we enjoy them. We know that they are false, but we see them in the faces of men and women who are like us. The people mentioned in the stories might not have existed, but our common sense accepts existence of such people in the world. However, when we cannot see, feel, or touch your Allah, our logic and reasoning, which depend upon our senses, do not accept his existence. I know that some people who have been deceived by you believe in your invisible Allah, but you cannot deceive me and make me believe in him. I worship God who is made of wood and stone. Although my God does not talk, but I can see him with my eyes and touch him with my hands. I say that the God whom I have made from my own hands is not worthy of being worshipped, while you ask the people to worship Allah, you have created by your imagination. You deceive innocent people by saying that your imaginary Allah has created the universe, but I do not deceive anyone. No one created the universe. There was no need of any good God to create it. It came by itself. God cannot create anything. He is himself our creation. I created him by hand, and you by your imagination. So we can see clearly that by the questions, by the things Abu Shakir is saying, he's clearly on the wrong path. I'm going to stop there once again. Brother Hussain, can you repeat the question?
Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam's father was which Imam? A. Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam, B. Imam Hussain alayhi salam, or C. Imam Zain al-Abidin?
If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen, which is 925-523-3766. Now I'm going to continue with the story. Now's when the story gets pretty interesting, because now is Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam's response. Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam did not say a word during the long tirade of Abu Shakir. Sometimes his students who were present wanted to intervene, but he asked them to remain quiet. When Abu Shakir stopped his lengthy discourse, the Imam asked him if he had anything more to say. Abu Shakir retorted by introducing your invisible Allah to the people, you want to acquire wealth and position and have a respectable, comfortable, and luxurious life. These are my last words. I do not want to say anything more. Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam then replied, I would like to start with the last of your speech. Your accusations that I want money, position, and a comfortable life would have been justified if I was living like a caliph. You have seen today that I've eaten a few morsels of food. Abu Shakir, I've said all this simply to show you that if I wanted to accumulate wealth...
We have a caller. Assalamu alaikum. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Heather and I'm calling from Utah.
And would you like to answer our question?
Yes.
Brother Hussain?
Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam's father was which Imam? A. Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam, B. Imam Hussain alayhi salam, or C. Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam?
Is it A?
That is correct. Allahumma
salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
Thank you for calling.
Thanks for calling.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Khudafis. Brother, I'll ask our next question. Our next question is, what is the name of the mother of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam? A. Farwa, B. Rabab, or C. Batul? If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen, which is 925-523-3766. As we know, Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam was the 6th Imam, so obviously the 5th Imam was Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salam. I'm going to continue with the story. Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam said, cutting a diamond is a very delicate and difficult art. A diamond is cut only by a diamond. Abu Shakir, I've said all this simply to show you that if I wanted to accumulate wealth, I could have done so by making use of my knowledge about jewels. I have replied to your accusations, and now I shall deal with your objections. Abu Shakir, you have said that I've fabricated stories and asked the people to worship Allah who cannot be seen. You refuse to acknowledge existence of Allah because he cannot be seen. Can you see inside your own body? Abu Shakir replied, no, I cannot. Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam said, if you could have seen what is inside you, you would have not... We have a caller?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Can I talk to Maulana Zahir?
He's not here right now.
So when can I call? Because Mom actually wants to
Uh,
talk to him. He
uh,
knows her.
This is a live program right now. Could you call later and we could answer your question?
Okay. This is live call right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. No, not right now because she wants to his personal number. Okay.
Okay, Khudafis.
Yeah.
That was pretty weird, but help me. Just kidding. Could you repeat the question?
What is the name of the mother of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam? A. Farwa, B. Rabab, or C. Batul? If you'd like to call, please
dial
dial
the number on the screen, which is 925-523-3766. Now, where was I? Abu Shakir asked, what is the relationship between seeing within one's own body and the existence of your unseen Allah? Imam Jafar Sadiq replied, you have said just now that a thing which cannot be seen, touched, tasted, or does not exist. Abu Shakir said, yes, I have said that and I believe it to be true. Imam Jafar Sadiq asked, do you hear the sound of the movement of blood in your body? Abu Shakir said, no, I do not, but does blood move in the body? Imam Jafar Sadiq said, yes, it does. It makes a full circuit of your body. If the circulation of the blood in your body stops for a few minutes, you will die. Abu Shakir said, I cannot believe that blood circulates in the body. Imam Jafar Sadiq said, it is your ignorance which does not let you believe that your blood circulates in your body, and the same ignorance does not let you believe in the existence of Allah who cannot be seen. Then the Imam asked Abu Shakir whether he has seen the tiny living beings which Allah has created in his body. Imam Jafar Sadiq continued, it is because of these small creatures and their wonderful work that you are kept alive. They are so small that you cannot see them. Since you are slave of your senses, you do not know about their existence. If you increase your knowledge and decrease your ignorance, you will come to know that these small beings in your body are as large in number as particles of sand in the desert. Brother Hussain, could you repeat the question?
What is the name of the mother of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam? A. Farwa, B. Rabab, or C. Batul? If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen, which is
925-523-3766. Brother Hussain, can you read us another story?
Yes. In 132 Hijri, Bani Abbas finally got victory over Bani Umayyah. In the battles fought for caliphacy at that time, Bani Umayyahs were themselves distributed, so they had no time to create any problem or torture Imam and his Shias. The way it was during Imam Sajid's period, on the other hand, Bani Abbas used to pretend to be in his favor of Prophet's family and called themselves the Avengers of the Prophet's family. Because of all this, for sometimes no harm was done to the Imam and his followers, and this was a time of... We have a caller? Assalamu alaikum. Which name are you calling from?
My name is Andrew. I'm calling from Utah.
And would you like to answer our question? What is the name of the mother of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam? A. Farwa, B. Rabab, or C. Batul? What?
A.
That is correct. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Thank you for calling. Khudafis, have a nice day. Yes, that is correct. The mother of Imam Jafar Sadiq is A. Farwa. Our next question is, Imam Jafar Sadiq was born on the 17th of which Islamic month? A. Shawwal, B. Rabiul Awwal, or C. Muharram? If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen, which is 925-523-3766.
I'll continue with the story. Sometimes no harm was done to the Imam and his followers, and this was a time of freedom for them. This is how the Imam had a precious time for spreading knowledge and said social work.
Imam Jafar, Sadiq al-Islam, as we know, was one of the Imams buried in Jannatul Baqi, the holy, cemetery, as we know, that was destroyed by the Saudis. They took it down. So obviously that's you said. Brother Hussain, could you read us a hadith?
Knowledge is the lock, and its key is the question.
Brother Hussain, what do you think about this saying?
I think it means your knowledge is the key. No, your key. The question is the key to your knowledge.
I don't get it, but I think it means. That was pretty. I think it means like you can only get the knowledge by asking questions. Of course, if you have, like, you can't say, you can't. Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam found out you can't discover new theories and everything. You have to ask the questions first. You can't just, because if you just say something without knowing, then obviously it's not good. I'll repeat the question. Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam was born on the 17th of which Islamic month? A. Shawwal, B. Rabiul Awwal, or C. Muharram? If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen, which is 925-523-3766. Yeah, so like I mentioned, you can only gain knowledge by asking questions. Even if you're studying or something, you want to learn more about something, you have to ask the questions before you really get anywhere. Brother Hussain, can you read us another hadith?
Almighty said, people are dear to me like family. Therefore, the best of them is the one who is nicer to others and does his best to resolve their needs.
What do you think about this saying, Brother Hussain?
Do you have any thoughts about this thing?
Well, the nicer the good people, there's some people that aren't family members that are like family members. If they always try to help you or, they're really nice to others. Those are the good people. Like, if you have a problem or something, they always try to help you with your problem. So that's what I think the saying means. I also have another story about Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam. That once a man came to him and he asked Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam why he didn't, he said he had so many, Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam, you have so many followers. Why don't you try to, take down the caliph? He was an evil caliph. He said, why don't you try to take him down? See, then Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam then told the man to go jump. There was a stone, there's fire. So he told him to go jump in the fire. So then the man's like, oh no, I'm sorry. I was just, I won't say anything. And he didn't. The point was he wasn't doing it. He wasn't doing what Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam told him to do. So then another man came in. It was one of his. He took off his shoes and he was one of a loyal companion. So Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam then told him to go. He said, "You jump in the fire." Without questioning anything, he just went and did it. When he jumped into the fire, like the other guy thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna burn and everything. Obviously, not jumping in the fire. When he jumped into the fire, what happened was the fire cooled down for him. Like the fire, he didn't get burned or anything. The fire cooled for him. So Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam then said, if I had more people like him, then easily we'd be able to take over the caliph. So definitely. I'll repeat the question. Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam was born on the 17th of which Islamic month? A, the month of Shawwal, B, the month of Rabiul Awwal, or C, the month of Muharram? If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen, which is 925-523-3766. Brother Hussain, do you know when Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam was born? Do you know the Islamic month he was born?
Rabiul Awwal?
That is correct. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa sallam. As we know, Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam's birthday was on the 17th of Rabiul Awwal, which is, I think, about 5 days ago. Our next question is, how long was the imamat of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam? Was it A, 10 years long, B, 34 years long, or C, 50 years long? If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen, which is 925-523-3766. So we know Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam, he became an imam at the age of 65 years old. Some people say 63, but 65 is right. Just 2 years. So how long was the imamat of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam? 10 years, 34 years, or 50 years? I'm going to continue with the argument between Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam and Abu Shakir. Small creatures are born in your body, multiply in your body, work in your body, and die in your body. But you never see them, touch them, taste them, or hear them in your lifetime. It is true that the one who knows himself knows his Allah. If you had known yourself and had the knowledge of what is going on inside your body, you would not have said that you do not believe in Allah without seeing Him. I'll repeat the question. How long was the imamat of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam? A, 10 years, B, 34 years, or C, 50 years? Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam, as we know, he was a teacher. He taught many subjects, obviously Islamic subjects, and obviously
Science.
like science. Yeah, he was good at science, astronomy, mathematics, physics, stuff like that. He was good at everything. He actually taught over 4,000 students. Obviously, some of his notable ones were like Abu Hanifa and Malik ibn Anas. He had many different students. He spent actually a majority of his lifetime teaching others. Not only obviously Islam, but as I mentioned, different subjects.
Astronomy, mathematics, science.
Now, Brother Hussain, do you know how long the imamat of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam lasted?
34 years?
That is correct. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa sallam. Yes, that is correct. The imamat of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam was 34 years. That actually a fact. It's actually the
We have a caller.
longest imamat.
Assalamu alaikum.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Taylor and I'm calling from Utah.
Would you like to answer our question?
Yes.
Brother Hussain, would you do the honors?
Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam was most renowned for imitating which school of thought? A. Jafariya, B. Maliki, or C. Sunni?
Can you repeat the multiple choice?
A. Jafari, Shia, B. Maliki, or C. Sunni?
A.
That is correct. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa sallam. Thanks for calling. Khudafis, have a nice day. Like I was mentioning earlier, it's actually a fact that Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam had the longest imamat of any other imam. Our next question is, what is the nickname for Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam? A. Abu Abdullah, B. Abu Jafar, or C. Abu Qasim? If you'd like to call, please have the number on the screen, which is 925-523-3766. I'll continue with the story. Pointing his finger to a huge stone, he said, Abu Shakir, do you see this stone, which is in the foot of that portico? To you it seems lifeless and motionless, because you do not see it in the brisk of motion, which is inside the stone. Again, it is a lack of knowledge, or your ignorance, which would not let you believe that there is a motion inside the stone. The time will come when the learned people would see the motion which is in the stone. The Imam continued by saying, Abu Shakir, you have said that everything in the universe came by itself and has no creator. You think that the grass in the field grows and gets green by itself? You must know that the grass cannot grow without seeds, and seeds would not generate without moisture in the soil, and there would be no moisture if no rain falls. The rain does not fall by itself, First, the water vapors rise and gather above in the atmosphere in the form of clouds. The winds bring the clouds, then the water vapors condense and fall down as rain drops. The rain must also fall at the right time, otherwise no grass will grow and become green. I'll repeat the question. What is the name for Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam? A. Abu Abdullah, B. Abu Jafar, or C. Abu Qasim? If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen, which is 925-523-3766. Brother Hussain, do you know the nickname of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam?
Abu Abdullah.
That is correct. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Yes, that is correct. The nickname of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam is A. Abu Abdullah. Also, another one of his titles is Sadiq. Another one. He actually shares that title with us. Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam said, our next question is, Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam said, knowledge is the lock and the key is the key A, the answer? Is the key the sentence, or is the key the question? If you'd like to call, please dial the number on the screen, which is 925-523-3766. Actually, earlier, Brother Hussain read a saying that is very much related to this. It would probably give the answer. I think it is the exact question.
Yeah.
It's the exact saying. Brother Hussain, can you read us a saying?
Yes. The reality of taqwa is that if you have to expose what's in your heart, place it on a tray and take it to the market, then you should not be ashamed of a single item you have displayed. Do you have any thoughts on this hadith?
Well, I guess it's that, if you have to expose what's in your heart, like it says, put it on a tray and take it to the market, then you not be ashamed. Like, some people are, like, good on the outside, and they seem nice and everything, but they're actually not. Like, for example, some people, you see them, they read their namaz, they give to charity, everything like that, but they're just doing it for, like, praise. So it's obviously not good to do that. The only reason you should do it is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to get good deeds and be successful on the Day of Judgment and not be one of the unsuccessful ones. I'll repeat the question. Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam said, knowledge is the lock and the key is the A, answer, B, sentence, or C, question. Brother Hussain, would you like to answer this question?
Yes, it's the question.
What is the question?
The question.
But what about the question?
The answer is the question.
That is correct. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Yes, that is correct.
We have a caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Heather. I'm calling from Utah.
Would you like to answer our question?
Yes.
Brother Hussain?
Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam said, no illness is more dangerous than telling A, lies, B, stories, or C, tales.
A?
That is correct.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Thanks for calling.
Have a nice day. Khudafis.
Khudafis, have a nice day. That is all the questions we have left for today. Thanks for everyone who called and participated in our program. Now I'm going to read Allahumma kulli waliyaka for the people in the world starving and in need. Allahumma kulli waliyaka al-hujjat ibn al-Hasan salawatuka alayhi wa ala abai fi hadhihi as-sa'a wa fi kulli sa'a waliyan wa hafiza وقائدا وناصرا وذليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا رحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Once again, thanks for everyone who called and participated in our program. Please join us next week on another exciting episode of Velayat Kids. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Khudafis.